Hello, hello.
Well then, hello there, mister.
Cutting it just a bit close, I swear.
Just a bit,
Wait,
just a bit close.
The room isn't even up, thank God.
Yeah, I was about to say, like a minute after in match start. How was your food, man?
My food was good, but I did not have much time to taste it.
Oh,
Oh my God. Well, at least I'm happy that the room isn't up yet, because now I have an excuse to actually enjoy my coffee. I don't have to stress about that stuff yet.
this comment. AAO is finally in a tournament without Omni in their way. Get knocked out by TVA and SK.
I am back.
Alright, which team do you want to be on?
I'll just go with SK again, then I don't have to fiddle with my panels. I can just switch the
Wow.
guest panel. What? What? Why do you sound so...
Too lazy, man.
Do you want to cast SK
No.
side? Is that what you want? Let me know. Let me know if you want to cast them. Oh, this room is up. Oh, look at this lazy guy who joins in last. This lazy Danish caster.
Selvfølgelig. Isn't that Danish? Need to fiddle around with the things. Damn it.
Flamu and Izoz room is up, indeed.
Orgam and Pay to Win versus Sea Kitchen. This is game number 2, and we're going to be on map 1 out of 3.
Indeed.
Done.
Wait, SK is... Never mind, it's fine if I'm on SK side. I was about worried about the way they were placed. So Trident, are we playing Trident? What's actually the maps for this matchup?
There was only somewhere you could see. It's going to be Trident, followed by Loop, followed by the Atlantic.
Where did you see this? Oh, there we go. Wait, loser round 4. Trident,
Yep.
Loop, Atlantic. Ah, see, I didn't know this. They had this square little thing here. It's hidden at the bottom left of the thing. Like, jeez. How am I supposed to know that?
There's also in the hub of information. There's literally a thing called map rotation and spawns.
That's crazy talk.
It's just fake news.
Fake news. Crazy talk and fake news.
Yep.
Let's get this. By the way, chat, thank you all you guys who subbed. I have the notification turned very low and sound turned off, and I have it pop up here because I don't want it interrupting the casting. So just like every time whenever I have a big tournament on my stream, I tend to turn off the potato song because, well, it could be a bit messy. The number of times Flamu says Roger, Isolate should change his name to Roger, and he should call Flamu Clarence.
Roger, Roger.
Wow. That's how you get crazy fan fiction.
Roger, Roger. Maybe that should be your logo. Just a B1 battle royale.
Flamu no fair. Well, wait. I'm not being fair. CV on the way. Oh, we're missing Wargaming Pay to Win CV. Who did I actually
They
have?
can play without a carrier, man. Let's go.
Indeed. Or like, do you remember the Finnish clan? Aseet?
No.
Aseet. A-S-E-E-T.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a Finnish clan. They used to play without carrier in team battles and stuff.
Damn. I don't think you could do that today. Not against this caliber of teams. Like you need the carrier.
No, but like their tactic was the
YOLO?
tactic was sound. The idea, like we have like experimented with it in Omni, and the idea is, of course, you bring a lot of firepower and you push and fight the enemy before the advantage of a carrier starts to have an impact on the game. So it's like very YOLO, very heavy push. Take advantage of the fact that you have more damage, more DPM than they do because you have an additional surface ship, and it's fun, but it's very inconsistent. It's very inconsistent. Okay, where is he? Where is he? Who are we waiting for?
30 seconds, they said. And everyone's in right now.
Wait, it's tournament mode. We can go DD, right?
Are the other casters doing...
Can we go...
They are doing ones.
Switch. I'm switching T1. Switch T1 as well, like, ugh, why do carry suicide when you can YOLO? So much cleaner.
Clean kill.
Indeed.
Shidato, let's go.
So, of course, this is the follow-up from the previous game. Both teams fighting for a playoff spot in Kings of the Sea 4.
Yep.
This is the final group stage game for these two. Best of 3. Whoever wins 2 games moves on into the quarterfinal. Loser is knocked out in the group stage.
What is this meme?
See, I was kind of expecting to see this meme. I highlighted it. Didn't I say earlier today in the cast that we might see some Charles Martel and Atago? And looks like Wargaming Pay to Win has taken the Charles Martel meme.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it loses to Atago in terms of healing and concealment, but the spaced armor means some additional protection against wonky citadels, and the speed and range are of course also advantages to take into account. Better AA as well, not that they have that good AA, but still though, double Lo Yang, oh wow. I wonder how they feel about that double Loyang pick after seeing this SK carrier. Oh, restart crash. Okay, restart. Yeah, I wonder how they feel about this double Loyang meme after seeing the SK carrier strike down that AAO DD.
Yeah.
Because the thing with the Loyang is, of course, that you do not have defensive AA, which is something a lot of DDs run in competitive.
Alright, so restart called. No biggie. We've had a restart for every single map so far, right?
Pretty much, yeah. At least one. Oh, ship is out. Wow, not a single training room up. What is this?
No one needs training, man.
Clearly. Everyone is so
Everyone's
experienced now.
perfect.
Indeed.
Yep.
So good. Oh, a room is up.
Alright, I'm in there.
Double Loyang though, that is interesting. I mean, they have buffed the Loyang Hydro, which has made, of course, the Loyang much more competitive. But the trade-off is, first of all, no AA, less health, and very importantly, worse torps. Torps have been buffed, but I mean, they're still nowhere near Benson torps. They deal so much less damage. I think it's like the Mayhem torps. So
Yeah.
that's obviously a weakness. The question is, will they be able to convert the usage of the Hydra into enough of an advantage to compensate for not having Bensons?
Exactly. It's like one Loyang, I can see that. One Loyang put in a position where, like, if you put the Loyang in a position where it's going to be effective, it's going to be more worth than a Benson. But if they fail to get those Loyangs into position where they are more worth than a Benson, then, you know.
Yeah, like in a
Might as
central
well play
position
Benson.
or being able to push up against the smoke and maybe Hydra them, I could see the value, but I still feel like it's a risk. I kind of like it simply because it is a risk.
Yeah. Combined with the double Char Martel, I'm interested to see how this will work. What their plan is.
Well, my mods are great. They actually made a bracket and schedule and everything posted in chat. Wow, what mod did that? What an amazing mod. See, I picked the best mods. Compensate for my slacking.
There you have it. That's streaming 101. Find people that are dependable.
Indeed. Then again, I have a mod who managed to ban himself, so it kind of swings to the extremes both ways.
I modded someone and their first action was to clear the chat.
Nice.
It's like, what?
Yeah, well, this guy he banned and demodded himself, and then he had to ask me to mod him again. I was like, do I really want to do this? Like it's a certain amount of unreliability that's being displayed, demonstrated. Anyway, moving on. We're back to wow. Really? Oh my God! Are you serious?
Oh my jeez.
I'm at least ramming this guy. I want some fun.
Oh yeah, I'm doing that thing.
Last time I quit before the ram, now I want
I'm
the
gonna
ram.
shoot you as well, just because, you know.
What? Okay, I'm gonna torp you. I don't have torps. Never mind. It's on, bitch.
HG said it us. No,
Easy.
don't have the time. Right. Well, map number 1
Map number
should
1.
be underway soonish.
Jesus Christ.
Patience is a virtue.
It's almost like there's some certain instability issues with the client. I can't understand why. Because I look at this UI and I go, flawless. Like
Perfection.
How can this be improved upon?
Especially when playing carriers.
Yes.
The tick rate, man.
Yeah, the responsiveness. It's like, am I playing StarCraft 1 again, or am I playing carrier? I can't decide.
Shit, StarCraft 1, that's generous. I don't know, Warcraft 1. Pixel sprites, let's go.
Wow, really? Someone is slacking with the quitting as well.
Maybe they needed to shoot some people as well.
Jesus. There should be a limit on how many times you're allowed to call the crash thing.
I think there might be. But I mean, it comes down to like, do you really want to start off a competitive match with like one team being a player down from the start? It's like,
I know.
so it sucks for us, or on our end, it sucks for the people watching, because it's like, all these restarts take, I don't know, a minute.
The funniest part is chat is going, why do these players crash? Oh my god, crash. And it's literally 5 minutes delayed. It's the previous crash they're talking about. Oh my lord. I can only imagine how much better it will get when they realize it's crashed again. And ships are out. So I don't know who's so lazy with the quitting, but holy shit, how can it take that long to press ESC and exit battle?
Yup. Rooms up.
Roger. Well, in the time it's taken, the bracket has probably been updated, so I'm gonna check if anything has happened. Kimochi did beat Simbora. Let's see. Mahjong Room did beat Delta, so they're against Dockside.
It's a 1-1.
Vikings did beat MDiv 2, so they are going against Flying Ducks to decide who gets the playoff spot.
And the match is starting.
So, like, I have no faith. We can pretend like it's starting. Third time.
Third time's the charm again.
Again, Jesus. Both first. Did we have any crashes in the second and third game? I don't think so. It was only the first game on both.
No, we had to restart the third map, right?
Oh. Please be good. Please no more crashes. Capitalist scum. And before one of us detonates.
I have the detonation flags on.
So
before I shot you, I actually checked, so you had it on as
well. Yeah, I have it on as well. Right, well that is of course a lot smoother. Wait, shit, I can't click my... I can't select my...
No.
Can't
I
see.
can select the planes, but I don't see anyone else.
Yeah, it's not rendering the other dudes because they're too far away.
Oh, this could be bad.
Hmm.
The ship has to come within the visual range of our ships then.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh no. Who's gonna be the one that calls it out?
Oh god. I mean, should we ask for a restart?
No.
I feel like we should. Should we?
Yeah. No, man. Like, we need a ship to come into our draw distance.
I know.
Like,
but
a friendly ship.
What is our draw distance? Like 9 km?
I think so. I think
Oh,
the max
God.
range of the...
How did they mess this up? This didn't happen in the past. It's something
No.
Wargaming. It's some new patch that they're like, ah, we have great idea, comrade. We will implement this fantastic idea. And then this happened.
Oh, God. Well, planes are doing things.
Yeah, planes are doing well. It looks like obviously SK is pushing for A and B, and no one is in draw distance.
Nope.
Do you think anyone will come to this draw distance? Our draw distance is so short, though.
I have a shore small tail coming
Oh,
on my way.
Atago! Atago! Yes! I'm in draw distance. No need for a restart. We did it, boys. Thank you, Wargaming, for another fun and interactive patch that really helped gameplay and spectating. Right. SK going for the early B cap, but it looks like they are being forced out instantly. Wait, how? Why did he get forced out? I don't know. This Benson completely abandoned B cap. Completely abandoned it and is bailing. I'm not really sure
Oh, I
why.
live again as well. Whew.
Was it a Loyang maybe that was? Is it so? Do they have a Loyang close to B or something?
No.
Is this
Well,
Benson?
they have one, but it's southwest of the B cap by quite a bit.
Yeah, because this Benson completely abandoned the cap and just bailed.
Did he plop a smoke as well?
Yeah,
That's
he
a
plopped
very
the smoke and then
small smoke.
yeah, he
bubble
plopped the
as well.
smoke and then he like bailed out of it, and I don't understand why. Because
He got air spotted and got scared or something, maybe?
was he
But then-
radared? Could they have blown an early radar?
From what? No, the shop I was
From I mean, see, Chapai radar is so absurd. He could easily have been within range.
arranged that shit. Potentially a radar.
Yeah, potential. I mean, some torps coming in from General Olsen, who's of course going to be a carrier target once again because he has no defensive AA. So the carrier is obviously going to be hounding these Loyangs all the time.
Mm-hmm. Got a little bit unlucky with that bomb drop. Nothing hit. Torps, however.
Oh, good
nice
strafe.
Good
Good strafe. That strafe keeps General Olsen safe. And ultimately, though, we get one cap each, with SK obviously setting up around A, except for a flanking force behind the island at C, Kutuzov and Amage. It looks like B is going to flip in SK's hands, though. Benson able to use that smoke he plopped down earlier because it lasts so incredibly long.
Mm.
Loyang
Well, the
is
Loyang
closing.
of General Olsen can't do anything until he's unspotted by planes, but
Indeed.
odds are he's not going to be unspotted by planes for a while.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other AA around. That's the thing. Like, all of Wargaming pay-to-win ships are so far away that there's only Loyang's AA available, and Loyang AA isn't really that impressive.
Yeah, closest friendly ship is 12 kilometers away
And
from that Loyang. I mean, he is kind of fulfilling a purpose, though, because he's drawing the attention of a lot of planes over there. It's gonna creep in with smoke into the cap. He is running hydro as well.
wow, hey, what happened to Chapaev? Oh my lord, something went wrong with the SK Chapaev. He's been chunked down to 13k health. Damn, he ate some citadels.
That was a blind shot. Then,
And the
because-
NC is being murdered. The clear look, this HE spam from Wargaming Pay to Win is seemingly murderous against this guy. He has smoked up, but he still ate a couple of additional hits, and he's down to 18k health, but he is healing.
So General Olsen would be in the cap if he didn't grind up against that island twice.
Man, so much damage on this NC though. They're still trying to blind fire him, but he doesn't manage to survive. But they have
The damage on the Chapaev must have been a blind shot from a battleship, because I still see him at 90% health.
well, they have two ships down to a third, the Chapaev and the North Carolina, whereas Wargaming Pay to Win, as far as I know, are perfectly healthy and haven't taken any damage. Loyang is spotted, so that's, I assume, Chapaev that's spotting him. Yeah, Chapaev radar, no doubt. Oh, and drop coming in.
Nasty.
That's gonna be one torp.
Oh, it didn't arm.
It didn't arm in time. Wow. Good dodge from Janelle Olsen, showing us how it's done. You turn into the torps. That's how you dodge them. Well done to him. But he is ultimately forced out of the cap, and there will be no B cap for Wargaming Pay to Win.
Yeah, and these two charged Martels are skirmishing far southwest of A.
Yep.
But I don't think they're applying any major damage. Maybe they're one of the reasons that the North Carolina got so low.
I mean, I think they do deal. Chapayev, Kutuzov, Charles Martel, and double Amag. It's like so much damage at long range that they're able to apply, and I think Wargaming is focused on just grinding them down. Okay, I can't jump like that.
Wargaming Pay to Win, slow and like just slowly inching their way into the C cap.
Yeah, Amagi and Charles Martel are actually flanking from Wargaming Pay to Win and pushing towards A from the flank, which might actually turn out pretty nasty for SK, since they have a Ataga and Chapaya behind that island, and if they're forced to move, they're going to be in trouble.
Loyang is finally getting its support that it needs. One of the charged Martels is moving up towards the southern side of B here. Some much needed anti-air to help General Olsen out contesting B.
Indeed. I mean, how are they going to get out though? I feel like this Chapayev and Atago are completely stuck here, and Amagi is slowly inching his way up around this flank. What are they gonna do? I feel like it's only a matter of time before this Amagi is gonna make life really hard for these two. I assume a Benson is charging there to smoke them. Yeah, SK is sending a Benson there to smoke them up, because those two are under some serious pressure right now.
Yeah, they're taking flanking fire from one of the Charles.
Yeah,
and then they have that force pushing up on them.
Yeah, it's that creeping death it's the scary point.
Yeah, they don't have a battleship there to support them, right?
No,
Closest is the North Carolina, and that North Carolina took such a chunker in the beginning.
And now B is flipping, and the Chapayev is miles away. Both Chapayevs are miles away. They meant actually both Chapayevs before. Whoa! Whoa! Amagi? From where? It must have been... Oh, it was all the way from C. That was a nice damn shot. Well, that's that low HP Chapayev we spoke of. That's him taking care of.
That's max range, yo. No, wait. That was into the...
It was C. It's not max range, but it was a considerable range.
Oh, okay. I thought he shot the...
And see, that flank...
Yeah,
wait,
that's
no!
the push.
That's the Atago. Oh, he tried to torp the Amagi. What the heck? What? The Benson only just showed up to smoke. Why would he charge out before the Benson showed up? That's crazy. It really makes no sense. Why did he pop up before the Benson showed up to smoke? Well, that Atago kind of committed suicide. And now this Chapayev is being chunked. Honestly, Wargaming Pay to Win is just taking apart this passive playstyle of SK by just bringing so much range firepower that they don't have to push into these radars, they just melt them from range.
Yeah, and I mean now Wargaming Pay to Win is in a commanding lead. They got the two ship picks, and now they have the double caps. And with one of the Chapayevs being taken out of the fight like that, it's gonna be hard for SK to do anything really.
Yeah,
because the second Chapayev is so locked down by A, and I mean it's only a matter of time before he dies unless he gets support.
Yeah, they're literally spamming him. That's the thing, and he can't move anywhere because if he tries to flee, then this Amagi and the other Charles Martel will kill him. They've got him boxed in. This is really nice work from Wargaming Pay to Win.
Yeah, and that gives them complete control over the B and the C because there's no radars that can help with contesting B or dislodging them from C.
Chapayev is down to 10,000 health. And
they're still shooting at him as well. Even the Amagi, all the way from the C cap, is taking shots over there. With the spotter plane up.
They're just blind firing into the smoke. Oh, and they get some hits actually. They're just constantly blind firing. Oh, because he's firing back.
Now the Benson is spotted. He left smoke, so...
No, he stopped. I guess he wants to get back into that smoke. Oh, but can he reverse in time?
Put him into...
Can you reverse in time? Those torps, they are spotted. He's gonna try to torpedo beat? No, he has to accelerate. He can't make this. He does dodge them. But meanwhile, this Chapaev set on fire, and he used this repair. We saw it recently, so he's going to be eating a lot of fire damage here.
I also think that he's going to be proximity spotted by the Charles Martel here in... No. He can't get close enough.
Actually, Charles Martel could probably get close enough if he hugged the island. Like, hug it closer to him. Chapaev is obviously taking that into account and reversing as far as he can. He's still burning them. 1.6k.
The North Carolina clear look is in the open again, and that's gonna be very nasty for him. That's IFHE
1K.
From the east.
Chapaev is down to 1k. Here comes the HE spam on the on the clear look NC, and he's trying to punish the Amagi, but he's set on fire as well. He's taking so much damage. Here comes the AP damage. They are spotted in C, but I mean, can SK do anything about it? Oh wow, that's a second fire.
Yeah.
He damaged cons at 5k health. They must be calling focus on him now. It does pop heal.
I mean, there is nothing for him though, right? Because he can't.
Yeah. So Chapaev is 200 health. Literally 225. Oh, smoke is fading. He might get spotted now. He is fleeing. He's keeping the island.
Oh, that's the North Carolina then. That's the fire from the Amagi.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, he would have probably died regardless.
Yeah. Oh. SK got stuck in this position where they got a disadvantage. They tried to deal with it. It didn't work. And that put them at the further disadvantage, which they tried to fix with shuffling ships or smokes. And that didn't work. So it's just like this compounding issue of trying to put a band-aid on, a broken leg.
Yeah.
Doesn't really work.
Wargaming pay to win though, that their long-range HE style with Chapaev, Kutuzov, Charles Martels, all of which have very, very long HE range, obviously working out really well, and especially against this passive play. I mean, let's face it, this SK play style is very old meta. It's very, very old meta. It's been around for ages. There's been multiple ways to counter it, either by flanking forces or just long-range superior firepower. And we've kind of seen this game, the superior firepower just taking them apart. Oh, Loyang is within Hydra range. Yeah. Mind-blowing is no doubt spotted right now, and yeah. That's, of course, this is the case where the Loyang is superior, completely superior, and Mind-blowing can only run away. He has no options. It's not a fight he can take.
Question is if he's going to be able to run away. General Olsen is forced to reverse, but now he's on fire. And air detected.
Yeah, he's pretty screwed.
There it is.
And he's dead. 950 points.
Very, very convincing game so far.
To be fair, this SK flank at C, I felt they did nothing. Look at their health. They haven't been tanking pretty much anything either. Kutuzov is still full health. Amagi has taken some damage, but they didn't really prevent the C camp. And, I mean, I guess they prevented them from pushing through C, but I don't think Wargaming Pay to Win ever had a plan of pushing through C. I think they just wanted to get into this position where they could shoot behind A, and that's exactly what they did. They got into this juicy position where they can just hammer their flanks all game.
Now, Fessit in the Benson is going to come face to face with a full health Loyang of Kavinos.
Ouch.
I don't think this is a fight he'll win. I have a sneaking feeling.
That's a happy fun times fight right there.
Yeah.
He's trying to desperation torp, but Loyang is
the widespreads. Not even running Hydra. He's just... Oh.
Widespread!
Widespreads for victory.
Widespread best. That's the kind of torps I eat, the dumbass widespread that happens to be right on the nose. I wonder if Wargaming Pay to Win watched the earlier games between AAO and SK and kind of used that to their advantage. Because this, I felt like they very cleanly picked them apart. It was nicely done.
Could also be, like I said, with the initial deployment, like, because SK got caught in this awkwardness, like in the middle northwest of C or B, Their North Carolina took a lot of damage. Their Chapayev and the Atago that they sent over to A to stop a push didn't really stop the push. It's like they were bleeding all over, and they had like 2 band-aids. It didn't
Charles
work at all.
Martel. Charles Martel shot down 20 planes. Damn. What are the values actually on that? Let me check. I'm actually interested now because I don't remember the values being that high on the AA actually.
Apparently, when the spectator bug happens, by the way, just don't be in free look. Like, spectate your dead ship, and then you try to space towards the friendly fleet
Roger.
to just try to see them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Martel has good short range anti-air, and with AFT and range mod, you can get it to 5 km. But still, that shooting down 20 planes that must have come within 5 km. That's pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
So first game very convincingly in favor of Wargaming Pay to Win.
Indeed. Very slow and steady, man.
They didn't lose a single ship. They just crushed them. It was a very...
The only uncertainty they really had was that Loyang alone in the middle that was being harried by planes.
Yeah, but even then the carrier came in with a very clutch strafe, so...
Yep.
Let's see, has there been any bracket updates? MDivX has taken the first map against Kimochi, so it looks like MDivX might be making the playoffs. Is this the first time an MDiv team is in the playoffs of Kings of the Sea? I don't know.
I'd say no, just because of how many they participated.
Yeah, I'm thinking they must have been there in the past. I just can't remember.
So, next map will be Loop.
Loop?
Mm-hmm.
Should be interesting. I wonder if Graf Zeppelin would be picked as a competitive carrier. Nope, it would never make it as a competitive. It lacks the air control, and air control is one of the most important things a carrier has, because air control means spotting advantage, and spotting advantage wins you games.
Yep.
I
The
mean,
fact that the Graf Zeppelin only has one loadout for planes speaks. If it had, because it has the fastest fighters, correct?
I can't remember, but I mean, fundamentally the issue, it is great strike, but when you face a carrier that runs, well, everyone runs 3-1-2, so not only are your fighters outnumbered, they're probably going to lose the straight up fight regardless, and the enemy carrier can afford to trade evenly or even unevenly because he has a better fighter reserve. So I mean, it won't take many minutes for your fighter reserves to run out, and at that point you're trying to strike against triple fighters covering the enemy team. They have all the spotting, they see all your torps. It's just a nightmare. It would never work. It's the same reason why people don't run any sort of strike comps or strike builds, and Graf Zeppelin, the only build it really has, is a very strike heavy build.
Carrier, yo.
Roger.
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 Need someone to do that for you, man.
Do what?
Put your face on like a row of battle droids.
Oh god.
All of them.
Don't give my Discord any more ideas.
Planting the seeds, man.
Don't give them any more ideas. I have made too many mistakes with my Discord already. The first one was making the Weeb channel.
Yep.
Some mistakes can never be taken back.
Yeah. Did you learn from it at least?
Well,
Or was that one of the mistakes that you don't learn anything from? You just...
well, it told me a lot about my subs. Things things I wouldn't have wanted to know.
Yeah.
This game. I'm too lazy to switch this. And plus, it's distracting, confusing for the viewers, and it's confusing for me as well because I'm constantly casting from SK's side. It's easy to assume SK green and then enemy red. There.
Alright, so we're gonna go into map number 2.
Roger, roger. This should be interesting though. I mean, our Wargaming Pay to Win was very convincing in that last game. They were very convincing in that last game, and if they do have a similar performance in this game, well, honestly, I'm looking forward to see what they can do in the playoffs, because Wargaming Pay to Win / lose is a team that has been improving pretty much every Kings of the Sea. They've constantly been improving, and I mean, we're starting to see it now. We already saw it when they took Omni for about, wasn't it? I think it was Omni that they took to a third very close map, and already then people could see like, holy crap, this team knows what they're doing. Like these are no noobs. They're constantly improving, and
except that one where they split up the 2 teams and called themselves Flamu Cultists and Flamu Disciples. Yeah, that was a huge step back, to be honest, in their process. Progress.
I mean, the naming was fantastic. And it showed true dedication to their cause, but the performance was questionable.
It wasn't though. They did pretty well.
Oh, did they? I can't even remember.
Memes aside.
Memes aside, they are 1-0 up, and that first game, they didn't lose a single ship. I don't think they even came close to losing a single ship, which is the real thing here. It's one thing not losing a single ship, but getting pretty lucky. And it's another thing to never even be close to the situation of losing one, which is exactly what that last game was. They never even seemed to be in trouble with any single ship.
Here's an interesting thing. No radar, a Togo, and an Akisuki added. So they removed the radar, the Chapayev, and they swapped out... Oh, this is interesting. I wonder if the Akisuki is in response to how much their Loyang was struggling doing his solo thing against planes.
It's Akisuki is either B or A, because he wants that island he can hide behind and be annoying. Right, moving on. SK sending Benson to A and B, and in fact their entire fleet is following them to A and B, so it looks like they're gonna abandon C and fully commit to the A and B in this case. Some early scouting coming in from both sides. NC spotted from Wargaming Pay to Win. I assume they will spot the Benson quite soon. Akisuki, Benson, Loyang. So one Loyang has been traded, and honestly I like the single Loyang a lot more than I like the double Loyang.
I agree.
Because I feel one Loyang gives you flexibility, but when you go double Loyang, you kind of give away that flexibility and you go back. Like, having a Benson and a Loyang is flexibility, having both of either is less so.
Wargaming Pay to Win moving towards A with Atago, Amagi, Charles Martel, and Loyang. Akisuki is north of B right now, whereas the Benson is heading towards C. So they're moving to what looks like the triple contest, or at least checking if they can get either cap for free, which you should do if you run triple DDs.
Indeed. Once again, though, we see a very common thing with SK, which they have been very good at, and that's the early capping. They have been very consistent and good at this, securing the early advantage, securing the early lead, and forcing the enemy team to basically push into them, which is of course what their comp. They still haven't changed their comp. They're running pretty much the exact same comp, and it's pretty much based on forcing the enemy to push into them and holding positions. Also, I feel like special celebratory like fireworks should be shot in the air because there were no crashes at the start of this game. Oh, this is
Togo.
These torps are spotted though. Why is he pushing? The torps were spotted ages ago. What is he doing? They have been spotted for so long. Oh my god.
No.
Mebius is potato.
And then again, General Olsen turning into torpedoes and they didn't arm.
No, he's gonna eat another one.
No, barely, but Jesus, man.
That was super. If that had been a Benson Torps instead of Loyang, he would probably be dead because of the damage difference. But holy crap, I don't understand. Those Torps were spotted super early. I don't know why he decided to push out into that, because he's going to be priority target now. If they get a fire, he's going to be really screwed, because then he'll stay spotted even longer. For those that aren't aware, being on fire increases your spotting distance significantly, something like 2 kilometers for a cruiser. So if you get set on fire, he's going to be in real trouble.
The SK carrier also strafed away one of his fighter groups, as in he strafed his own fighters and lost 3 planes from it, I think.
Oh, that's bad.
I don't know how many he got from the Wargaming Pay-to-Win carrier. But.
Note that this is exactly the kind of play I want to see from a Loyang. The Loyang being positioned north of the A island and using Hydro to basically spot the entire cap and making it completely impossible for the enemy team to contest this cap without being spotted. And that's the kind of Loyang play I want to see. That's lovely. That's great usage of the one strength that the ship has. So that's really good. And that's going to give them A. They have... Wargaming Pay-to-Win has capped C, and that early cap they had at B, well, Akisuki went B. I said he would either go A or B, and obviously they sent him to B. A quick radar, though, I assume? How is this? Yeah, it's a radar from the Chappai forcing the Akisuki back. But the Akisuki was already angled in such a way that he could easily accelerate behind the island, so obviously he was expecting it. And I assume he's going to be reversing back into the cap as soon as the radar runs out.
Yeah, and Wargaming Pay-to-Win getting C for free, and they have a significant part of their force there. They have the Benson, the Kudos of the North Carolina. So if they can move up on that eastern side of B and set up, they're gonna be able to set up a pretty nasty cross with the rest of the map, pretty much.
And
Wargaming Pay-to-Win are giving ground though.
They gave up A. I think. I'm not entirely certain what happened. I think he got afraid of the flanking fire coming in from B, because you can see there's a rather big blob moving from of the SK. SK is kind of blobbing at A. So I think the Loyang gave up on A, and I think they're going to start moving for B instead. At least I assume that's the plan.
See, what happened was they popped a smoke towards A from the start of the map, like you normally do, right? But then they turned out. They didn't even go into the smoke. They used the smoke. I don't know if that was like, oh, mind games. We're going to pretend like we have a lot of stuff here. Or if they popped the smoke, they saw what was coming in, and then they shifted out their stuff.
Indeed. Loyang under serious pressure. A lot of focus on him. And 2 planes hovering on top of him. That's going to be a drop. Or is it going to hit? Nope. Defensive AA, I assume from the Martel, spreads it all out.
Yes, sir.
So that was some good consumable usage from his teammates there. No real damage and a lot of bombers lost. The thing is though, SK has managed to secure A, but as I said, B, I'm assuming the Akisuki reversed into the camp and now was forced out again.
Benson that might have screwed that up. Yeah, the Benson is capping on the eastern side of B.
He came from C, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, I know
by that island, he's squished up right on it.
It's a good position, especially if they send someone to contest, then the Akisuki and the Benson can crossfire the DD, which is smart.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and that Kutuso. The Kutuso was just spotted briefly.
Oh, by Wargaming Pay-to-Wins?
Yeah, Wargaming Pay-to-Win's Kutuzov at sea was only now spotted. They had no idea where he actually was. And I think that highlights Admiral QWERTY. He's been doing a really good job of denying them spotting, because this is literally the first time they even saw the Kutuzov. So obviously they have had struggled to spot the enemy actively, and if that's a thing, then it's mostly because your carrier is doing a really good job. Benson contesting, and I assume those bombers spot the Benson and force him to leave the cap. Yes, they do. And
also spotted the torpedoes that were coming in.
And Kutuzov gets some hits in though, not much. Forces him out of the cap though.
Joseph has to be a little bit careful here, because that North Carolina, if he pokes out, that could be bad.
SK sending both their Bensons. Obviously this is going to be a fight over B, and Wargaming Pay to Win is sending the Atago there as well, so it looks like both teams are massing the forces at B. I think they both know that the fight is going to be about B, and so far SK still has control, which is highly important because SK has, it gives them a point lead, a 60-point lead at this point.
Yeah, and they do have those 2 Shapabs. So, maintaining control over the middle of the map. Oh, the Kutuzov has to burn his smoke for himself.
Oh, that's not good, because that leaves... Oh, never mind, there's a Benson smoke for the North Carolina. Still though, this sort of desync, both popping individual
3
smokes.
smokes used, man.
Yeah, and all these individual smokes means that once these smokes run out, none of them will have any cover. And that's going to be a lot of ships without cover at once.
Yeah, because the Akisuki popped its smoke, the Benson popped its smoke, and the Kutuzov.
Benson eating a lot of damage trying to get to this island. Damn, he ate, I think, 8k health just getting to this island. Oh,
If that was the Loyang, man.
Yeah, Carrier forcing the mind blowing out of the smoke, but it looks like he doesn't actually get spotted. Mebius, who ate the Torps early on, is being focused. I think
Some AP from the North Carolina.
only 3 shells.
It's reloading front guns.
Mebius, though, has managed to stay alive and somewhat relevant, even though he did such a big mistake early on in the game. So that's, of course, props to him, because it's not easy playing a low HP cruiser, because every time you're spotted, as he is now, everyone focuses you.
I'm not sure if Wargaming Pay to Win should still be trying to fight over A, because it's pretty apparent. I mean, we have the benefits of seeing both perspectives and being able to talk about it. But it should be apparent to Wargaming Pay to Win that SK is kind of dropping the focus on A and shoveling towards B.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but the moment I spoke of earlier, that when the smoke runs out, they will be in trouble. That moment is hitting now. The smokes of Akisuki have faded, the Kutuzov smoke will soon fade, and this Benson smoke will fade to the point that this NC has to reverse out of here. And no smoke, entire enemy fleet can shoot at him. This guy's gonna die. He realizes he can't reverse and survive, so he's gonna charge into the smoke to pop a heal. But this smoke will not last long. It's gonna start fading very soon. His only chance really is parking next to the island and trying to withstand. But that was the Kutuzov. See, his smoke ran out, as I said, and when the smoke ran out, there was no one there to re-smoke him, and a Kutuzov without a smoke is pretty much a dead Kutuzov. So this early mistake...
North Carolina is chasing the smoke bubbles at this stage.
Yeah, and this early mistake that we called out of popping individual smokes instead of chaining them on top of each other, that's honestly quite a...
Oh, Battleship AP fair and balanced, Tovarish. Let's go.
Yeah, I guess he was overconfident. But, I mean, this mistake... This isn't a mistake that happened now. This is a mistake that happened 2 minutes ago, and it's only catching up to them now. And honestly, it was a surprisingly beginner type of mistake to individually pop those smokes instead of chaining them, and it's really punishing Wargaming Pay to Win.
And they still have the Loyang over by A. The Charles Martel is moving over towards B, but it's probably a little bit too late.
Yeah, see, when there's this many points left and this much time left, trading kills for caps is not a good trade. So, even though Wargaming Pay to Win has the cap advantage, they're trading too many kills for it, too much health, and these caps are going to swing very, very quickly because Wargaming Pay to Win don't have the capacity to hold on to them.
No.
And honestly, this game looked really good for Wargaming Pay to Win until they did that smoke mistake.
Yeah.
And then it just started collapsing.
I think the smoke mistake combined with the not the failure, but still trying to fight over A, like, whereas SK had kind of a focus on like, okay, we need to do B now, so they did B with pretty much everything except one Amagi.
Yeah, I mean, even necessarily the fact that they have 3 DDs on Wargaming Pay to Win means that they could have maybe afforded to send a Loyang with smoke to A, like kind of draw their attention and like force them to commit something to deal with it. I don't think that's too much of a bad idea, but the Amagi firepower, I think they could really have used at B, because, as you said, they pretty much dedicated their full SK force at B, and Wargaming pay to win trying to push in with anything less than that is obviously gonna suffer.
I'm not sure if this is a rendering issue, but no, the smoke is still there. Now they have the Amagi inside of A, and he's in a good position to get some flanking fire in, but
Yeah.
what is he gonna flank them from though? Like the second battleship is dead. They can't get that crossfire that is so vital with battleships in order to get the angles that you need to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, and there's a Chapai within radar range. That is, Sketch can at any point pop his radar, and they're gonna both be spotted. Oh, this is sneaky. Benson is extending the smoke towards A. I assume so both the North Carolina and the Kutuzov can push out from behind the island. And now that they've pushed out, watch for the Chapai radar to hit soon. At least that's what I'm hoping they will do, because that would be the smartest move.
The Amagi is on the western side of that island, and their blind shots right now are falling way short. He should be spotted-ish now.
Yeah, he is spotted. Amagi shooting HE because his nose in, which is of course very smart. Chunks in for 6k and sets a fire.
I'm not really sure, like, Wargaming pay to win is finding themselves in that position that you don't want to be in, where they have to do something but they can't really realistically do something.
They don't really have to do anything, they can just hold. The problem is they don't have the firepower anymore to hold because they have lost too many ships.
Oh,
what?
Wakizuki gets a pick with torpedoes though.
And the Chapaev is so low, what? What?
He also eat a torp?
I don't
This could
think
be
so.
the change, man.
Is this the throw?
Potentially. That HE salvo gonna finish him off?
Is this hits on fire?
That's the fire. That's
What?
okay then.
Because
Okay then.
that's the entire
Suddenly
B
it's-
force. That's the
suddenly it's
entire
even
B
again.
force collapsed. Was that somehow Kizuki Torps that somehow caught him completely off guard? I mean, A force. This A force is going to collapse for Wargaming pay to win. I think Wargaming pay to win is still going to lose this simply because this A force is going to collapse,
Yeah.
and there's not really much Wargaming pay to win can do it. But if they manage to collapse on B and get some trades, then it might be okay. Like, it might not, losing A in return might not be the end of the world. But I have no idea how those two cruisers managed to get killed there. See, the Loyang smoke comes up again, and Loyang has Hydro. So the Benson is actually eating a ton of damage here. And he's set on fire. Oh, is that AP?
And the battleship is just reloading, man. Are they gonna keep him spotted?
If they keep him spotted, he's dead.
Oh, he just faded away.
Oh, big hits on him though. He's down to 2.5k. They are okay, but here comes the NC. The NC is rushing in. Wait, the NC is rushing in into Torps? Does he know that Loyang... This is sketchy. This game isn't over after all. I'm
No,
surprised
I
they
thought it
didn't
was
time.
over. It's not over.
I was hoping they would time it with radar, but where is the radar timing? The NC is just pushing in without radar. I feel like he's asking to get... Oh, Loyang got spotted.
Bye.
Up. That was some fun and engaging, balanced AP right there.
Yeah.
Wargaming pay to win is taking too long to push for B though. They should be punishing them for focusing so heavily and committing so heavily. No, NC eats Torps, but not enough to kill him.
No. Did he flood? Did he use his repair? Well, now he's in the smoke of the Loyang. Like, they're in the same smoke cloud. No, they're not. Is that a new? No, it's not. That's a bit awkward. Both ships in the same smoke but can't see each other.
And the Mag eats a
there it is.
massive amount of damage.
Yeah, that was good. That was good shooting on the NC's part, shooting him in the bow, getting those pens.
Yeah, and at this point, as I said, if Wargaming pay to win if the Atago had pushed in with this Charles Martel and Akizuki all together, just rushed B and tried to basically help the team at A by pushing and flanking with enough force, I think they might have gotten something done, maybe, but they dragged their feet and it took so long that SK has more than enough time to secure A, turn around and focus on B. And at this point, well, I don't think even a clan that's known for throwing could throw this one. I'm not saying any names though.
I was just about to ask. Anyone in particular?
No. I'm just saying throw perhaps 3 times in a row.
Yeah, there's no way Wargaming Pay to Win can hold B. They only have the one smoke, and it's the Nakisuki smoke.
Once again
They
though... Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm saying Admiral QWERTY once again been doing a great job with the scouting. And he's actually striking the Shokaku. Am I seeing this? Shokaku is set on fire. That's 2 fires on the Shokaku, and I'm not seeing a repair. Oh my. And Atago is harassing him as well. Are you going to lose their carrier? That's a big point swing with 2 minutes left. 2 minutes
No
left.
way.
That's
No way,
minus
no way,
65. And they still have 2 caps and they're gaining points. The Shokaku isn't accelerating? Is his engine broken? He's just sitting there. Atago's gonna burn him. I must assume his engine is broken because his planes are still hovering around. His planes are still moving.
Like the first time we see a carrier kill, like...
No, he's still alive. He repairs or fire runs out. He's not moved. He's dead.
What?
Did he DC? But Wargaming Pay to Win has the lead now. I'm serious, they have the lead and they're gaining points. They still have the
1
2 cap
minute
advantage.
15 left.
Yeah, this is actually still not over. Because
There is no way, man. This can't be how they crawl back into it, man.
it's 4 versus 6, but
There's the contest, but they still need... Yeah, Wargaming Pay to Win could just... Can they, though? It's gonna take, what?
they need
minute?
they need to delay the cap. That's all they need to do. Delay the cap of B. If they delay the cap of B, they'll win it. Because as long as SK doesn't cap B, they'll win it. Or as long as they don't get a kill or cap B, they win it. But can they cap it in time? If they get 2, it takes 60 seconds with 1. If they get 2 to cap, it takes 30 seconds. I don't think they, even with 2 capping...
Come on, Akisuki, just shoot a little bit.
No,
at that
I
fence
think even if they cap it, I don't think it'll be in time, will it?
No, 20... No, they won't. As long as they don't lose the ship there.
They don't need... So all they need to do is run. They need to flee. And the carrier can spot. The carrier can spot because the carrier is dead.
What is this match?
So they don't have the spotting advantage anymore.
What is this match?
No way!
There it is.
That carrier... No way!
Wow,
way!
man.
I cannot believe it.
Wow. That is some calculating right there. That is some cold number crunching
But-
and discipline at the end.
Wow, was that-
Once they kill the carrier, it's like, all right, we don't die, we win.
What was it? Like,
Wow.
SK dragged their feet so much though. Like as soon as the guy was dead on A, they should have been rushing B. But instead they... I don't... And how did they lose the 2 cruisers in B? That was... This game was baffling. I cannot believe...
Very much so.
I cannot believe Wargaming won this. They were 4 versus 6 at the end with no health left at all.
Well played, but geez, man. That's so surprising, though.
I mean, I was so ready for the 3rd map.
Yeah, me too. I was like, after the North Carolina died on B, I thought it was over.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, that's cold, man. That's cold and calculating at the end.
Well, I mean, it was... No, it was part, of course, a very calculated play from them, but Wargaming... I mean, SK dragging their feet so much. And I think they thought the game was already in the bag. And they got sloppy. And that's why they lost the 2 cruisers in B. And... That's why they drag their feet, like, this is no problem, we can kill them easily, let's play it safe, and then they play it too safe.
Uh-huh.
God damn. That's incredible. Well, congratulations to Wargaming Pay to Win. They are
Definitely.
They are one of our quarter finalists, and SK Sea Kitchen, the Russian team, is knocked out once again very early in Kings of the Sea. I think the second time they've taken part, and I think the second time they've been knocked out in the group stages, so... Still some work left for them before they can fully match up to EU's finest, I guess. Damn. What a game.
I'm
I'm so baffled.
in shock.
Yeah, I'm so
Yeah, like,
baffled.
I can't wait for chat to catch up, man. That's gonna be
Yeah,
interesting.
because they're talking about throws and third games and everything.
Yeah. Excellent. All right, let's find out what we're doing next.
Yeah, MDiv Xkimochi is 1-1. Mahjong Room 1-0 against Dockside. Flying Ducks Vikings haven't played yet.
Ooh. T group. Right.
I'm thinking that must have been an AFK carrier though, or like crashed carrier. That's the only thing that makes sense. Unless he went like rage, oh whatever, I died, I don't give a shit anymore, we're gonna win anyway, and then they ended up losing. That would actually be the funniest situation. Because like he's pissed that he's not getting help, and then like whatever, I'll just die, and then they end up losing anyway. I don't know, man. That's
Response to you talking about a certain a triple version of a word.
yeah.
Gropa, which is part of that hypothetical thing.
Yeah.
Says, why is he talking about Thromny? It's the gift that keeps on giving, man.
Indeed.
From all sides.